يعيشه اليزيديون الآن في جبل سنجار. سيد الرئيس، نذبح تحت يافطة لا إله إلا الله. سيد الرئيس، لحد الآن 500 شاب ورجل يزيدي ذبحوا.
السيدة النائبة، التزمي بالبيان الذي وافقت عليه.
سيد الرئيس، نساؤنا تسبى وتباع في سوق الرق. رجاء أخوان.
سيدة النائبة،
الآن هناك حملة إبادة جماعية على المكون اليزيدي.
سيدة النائبة.
نعم سيد الرئيس، أنا ملتزمة. رجاء سيد الرئيس.
نعم.
أهلي يذبحون كما ذبح كل العراقيين. ذبح الشيعة والسنة والمسيحيين والتركمان والشبك، واليوم يذبح اليزيديين. أخوان، نحن نريد بعيدا عن كل الخلافات السياسية، نريد تضامنا إنسانيا. أنا أتكلم هنا باسم الإنسانية. انقذونا 48 ساعة 30,000 عائلة محصورة في جبل سنجار بدون ماء بدون أكل، يموتون. 70 طفل لحد الآن ماتوا من العطش والاختناق. 50 شيخ مات من الوضع المتردي. نساؤنا تسبى كجاريات وتباع في سوق الرق. سيد الرئيس، نطالب البرلمان العراقي بالتدخل الفوري لإنقاذ هذه المذبحة. 72 حملة إبادة جماعية على اليزيديين، والآن تكرر في قرن 21. نذبح، نبيد، يباد دين كامل على وجه الأرض. أخوان، أنا أناشدكم باسم الإنسانية أن تنقذونا. سيد الرئيس، أريد.
شكرا جزيلا. شكرا جناب النائب. السيد عباس البياتي.
نادر وابكي.
My name is Vian Dakhil, member of the Iraqi Parliament. I was born in Mosul from a Yazidi family. I grew up in Mosul, and I stand before you here today to speak about humanity. Maybe I was lucky to grow in a family that took good care of me and that educated me, although we suffered much. I finished my studies having moved across the different cities in Iraq as we were pursued by the previous dictatorship. I finished my studies, my master's degree, until I became a member of parliament. Here is the child before you. I grew up in these conditions, and I remember the thousands of children that need someone to stand by them to help fulfill their dreams. She reminds me of the thousands Yazidi children who are killed and who suffer today under the terrorist groups. I am from a Yazidi family in Sinjar Mountain. Maybe you do not know where it is. The Yazidi is a minority group, an ancient religion long before Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. We are peaceful people, a peaceful community living in this part of the world. We did not do anything to anyone. Yet we were subjected to 72 genocide campaigns throughout history, 72 attempts to exterminate my people, 72 attempts that were remembered by no one. But on the 73rd genocide attempt, the whole world knew about it, as in August 2014, ISIS terrorist gangs attacked the villages and cities of the Yazidis. They left nothing. They destroyed everything. They massacred the men, kidnapped the women, killed the children for no reason but for being different and having a different ideology. I can't figure out what led these gangsters to do such atrocities. Is it just for other people being different? Are they God's messengers on earth to kill us? Those who were left, they ran away for their lives after everything was destroyed. Our houses were demolished and temples destroyed. Hundreds of thousands of people fled for their life. They died and perished from hunger and thirst. The mothers left their children. The young ones carried their parents on their shoulders, but they fell victims on the way. Those who managed to flee, they did so, and those who couldn't, they were slaughtered, murdered, placed in mass graves, filled with thousands of my people. Those who were not killed were abducted. They entered into our cities. They separated the men from the women. They killed the men. They separated the married women from the young girls. They abducted the young girls. They raped them. They violated them. They sold them. The little children were taken away from the arms of their mothers. They were placed in special places to brainwash them, to train them to be the future ISIS fighters, a new terrorist generation. These children forgot their names. The Yazidi women were sold as slaves. A card was placed on every girl with a price tag, $10, $20. They were being sold and traded. Fathers and mothers were looking while the rapers violated their little ones. 9-year-old girl was raped in front of her parents. What atrocity this could be. Mostly here, you are mothers and fathers. Do you feel how it could be like to see your daughter, your little one, raped in front of your eyes? How can you take it? And to see your little one die and perish from the atrocity and the brutality. There was a market. Tell the Yazidi girl. Part of it was for internal use for the terrorists inside Iraq and Syria, and the other part was there to attract more fighters from abroad. Slave market.
اليوم التوزيع باذن الله عز وجل كلنا نصيب لازم ناخذ يا ولد زيديتي وين وين يبيع انا ابيع ليش انا ثلاث ورقات المسدس تختلف اذا كان زرق يختلف ابيعك بكلوك.
This in the 21st century, Yazidi women are being sold in sex slave markets. Let me tell you the story of a woman who came to me pleading and begging to find her children. Her 9-year-old girl was raped, and she knew nothing about her. She lost 3 of her daughters, but she was crying fiercely over her 16-year-old son who was killed in front of her. But she was asking me, maybe I saw him somewhere and maybe he was not killed. She couldn't believe it, but this was not the most brutal thing to know. This woman, she was starved for 2 days and imprisoned. And on the 3rd day, when she was presented with food, she ate and was satisfied. And once done, they told her that she just ate the meat of her 18-month-old baby. He was butchered, he was cooked, and given as food to the mother. This is what came upon us, the Yazidis. Our babies were butchered and consumed as food. Thousands of stories, calamities and tragedies befell us, the Yazidis, for nothing but for being different and for having a different ideology. I am their representative in the parliament. I tried everything in my disposal to help my people. I went to Sinjar Mountain in a helicopter to carry food and water to my people besieged in the mountain. My helicopter fell down. I was injured, but I did not stop. Nothing could stop me. On a wheelchair 3 years ago, and until today, I toured the world to tell the story. This is what we all have to do, to stand united to save these people. Another story, a woman who lost her 2 sons. They were taken by force. She came to me also in tears, asking to search for her children. I went from one place to another, from one country to another. They were being traded and sold. I brought them back. I bought them back and brought them to the mother. I could not endure it. I was in tears, and she was there wiping my tears. There is hope. Yes, I confirm there has to be hope. And I stand here today to stretch out my hand, seeking assistance from all of you and from the whole world to build hope again. When ISIS attacked our cities, they kidnapped and abducted 6,700 Yazidi women and girls. 1,000 children were kidnapped. 420,000 Yazidis live in displacement camps in Kurdistan, in Iraq. They all need us. They all need our assistance. We should stand collectively on behalf of humanity. These are my people, but they are also your people in humanity. We need to stand united together, work together to protect all the persecuted in the whole world. While I speak of my people here, but there are others out there. I am here asking for your assistance to document these atrocious crimes. The Yazidis' crimes represent the crimes of the century. Selling men and women as slaves is the crime of the century, and I want to document it in an online museum. documenting and listing all the stories of the different and thousands of women for you to know them. You will not need me to tell you the stories. You can read them. You can watch them. We want to write this history, and we want your help to record it so that would never happen again. On the other hand, there are the victims who were ransomed from the ISIS. We paid money to take them back, to take our children, girls and boys, to bring them back. I want you to help me in the rehabilitation work and psychotherapy of these victims, the girls that were delivered from ISIS grip. I have a school for 750 orphans. And all those who were controlled by ISIS, they all need care. I do take care of them, but I urge our human sense here, all of us together, to work to build a cohesive society free from terrorism. I am here stretching out my hand to you, saying no to terrorism, yes to peace. Let's build this peace together. Thank you.